All right, skipping on to the next game. Another 1 o'clock Sunday game. This might be the marquee game. I mean, probably followed up right behind the Cincinnati-Baltimore game.
Big
we got
total.
We got a big total, the biggest total of the week. Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, after tough showing last.
They lost Super Bowl last year.
Oh, they did lose the Super Bowl last year. I apologize. All right. Well,
So
see,
that's
why I have a posse with me to correct me on these incorrect statements that I just tend to spew out every once in a while.
Foolish.
Okay. Anyway, let me be more simple then. We got the road team, the Kansas City Chiefs, against the Tennessee Titans on a short week. Tennessee Titans, they're given 5.5 points. Tennessee plus 5.5. Total set at 57.5. Mr. Derrick Henry. I mean, there's not enough to say about that man. Andrew put in our group chat that the Titans are nothing without Derrick Henry in the first quarter. And then a couple quarters later, he had 180-something rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. We got 3 boys on one side and the Mano on the other side. So Mano's going to go last, and so I'm just going to give his pick. Andrew, you see that you have seen the Tennessee Titans play various amounts of times being a Jaguars fan. Tell me why you think Ryan Tannehill can get it done here.
Pains me to say that the Titans are going to win this game. I think that they're going to may even blow them out. Might have to take those words back, but hear me out on this one. The Chiefs have a notoriously dog water-like defense where they just don't get anything done. And regardless of what Mano says, the play action is alive and well with a good running back. Derrick Henry has 6 touchdowns in 2 games. Granted, 3 of those were against Jacksonville's defense, but also 3 of those coming against arguably one of the best defenses in the NFL right now, and the Buffalo Bills. I think that takes a lot of pressure off of Ryan Tannehill. He has Julio Jones back who can make plays. A.J. Brown, don't know what's going on with him. He might still have the poops, but when he's healthy and when he's playing well, it's a weapon, and he makes plays downfield. I also thought that the Titans had a dog water defense as well, like the Chiefs did. Yep. But they play at home very well. They got after the quarterback last week. They made Josh Allen very uncomfortable in the pocket, made him throw a couple of bad passes, and he just wasn't comfortable and couldn't command the game like he normally does. Mahomes is obviously a better athlete in this situation, but the Bills had an entire plane filled with Bills Mafia fans to go down to Tennessee last week, and it really didn't mean anything at all for them. I think they get to Mahomes early, shut down that offense, and I don't think the Chiefs defense is going to even come remotely close to stopping the Titans offense.
You know, I hate to cut either Stick or Sam off, but Andy, that was a fantastic explanation. And if I wasn't on Tennessee before, then I certainly am now. And I hope Stick and Sam have something to follow up, because, I mean, you guys are on the same side. So let's hear the reassurance here.
Ditto.
Yeah, ditto. Stick, anything?
Yeah, no, I agree with everything Andy just said. This is more of a play against the Chiefs defense for me. Can't really be a play against the Chiefs offense, even though they're really not as good as they were. Patrick Mahomes, I feel like, is getting a little sloppy, and he's trying to really play hero ball to the point where it's just not working anymore. Like, there's a luck factor into what he does. Like, obviously he's very good, but like, he's got to get lucky. Like he has some, I guess, if educated luck, I guess, is a good term to use there, or makeup rather. I feel like that would be the one to use. So I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if you saw the highlights from when they played the Washington football team last week, but he had a couple, or that one interception where he was being tackled and just chucked it up in the air. Like, Tyreek Hill up there somewhere, Kelsey up there somewhere. Speaking of Tyreek Hill, he hasn't practiced all week. He's got a hammy injury or a quad injury, something with one of his legs and his tendons. So that's obviously something to keep an eye on. I mean, Mano's on Kansas City here, and I guess he's expecting, I'll speak for him. I'm assuming he's expecting a bounce back game from Mahomes. But personally, I think Kansas City's defense is Swiss cheese. And if Henry rushes for 183 and 3 touchdowns, then the game's going to be all Tennessee and whatever they want to do with it. So I'm on the Tennessee side for sure.
I think it's fair to note for the listeners, though, that Tennessee's defense is not very good either.
No, but my thing with Tennessee's defense is their first 2-3 weeks, especially when they played the Jets, it was horrible. But after that, they kind of show that they're there. They know what their strengths and weaknesses. They want you to try to beat them over the top so they could try to ball hawk you. And then when they do try to do that, you're losing a down. Buffalo last week knew exactly what to do to beat Tennessee, but still couldn't do it. So that's exactly why I'm on Tennessee's side this week.